The W95B has some huge upgrades for 2025. Now available in 4 different sizes, 55-inch, 65-inch, 75-inch, and also a huge 85-inch TV. So with this being mini LED, it does come in at a much cheaper price point, especially compared to the entire lineup for Panasonic in 2025. It now has over 2.5 times more dimming zones compared to last year's 2024 model. And this is definitely present in the overall picture quality and also brightness of the panel when it's performing. Once you fine tune this and turn off some of those eco settings that it comes with straight out of the box, this looks unbelievable. The initial setup is super easy. You literally log into your Amazon account, scan the QR code on your phone, and that's your TV set up. As simple as that. From there, you can then download all the different apps from the App Store, you're straight onto Amazon Prime TV, and then using your internet connection, it will then automatically sync all of your local TV shows with Freeview and stuff like that, so you have a TV guide. It's kind of incredible. If I remember correctly as well, I'm pretty sure it remembered like my Wi-Fi password from my phone, from my Amazon account, so it's incredibly quick. For watching movies, it has all of the supported formats that you would want: Dolby Vision IQ, HDR10+, HLG, and also filmmaker mode. There is also Panasonic's hybrid tone mapping technology that kind of lets you, I wouldn't say overclock HDR, but kind of. It lets you tweak the overall brightness, whether it's clipping, whether it's dynamic, to kind of get the preferred look that you actually want. Now, there was a few things that I did need to tweak, especially when it came to the video game consoles. PS5 worked really well. I think that's just because Sony's really good at like different HDR formats compared to Xbox. The issue is with Xbox, the main dashboard is SDR. So the dashboard on Xbox doesn't support HDR. So this freaks out the HDMI CEC a little bit. When you plug it into an intelligent TV like the Panasonic, it'll think it's a SDR output. And then you'll launch into a game and it will switch into HDR mode, but other titles sometimes don't. Like old games like Master Chief or something will automatically switch into HDR mode when it doesn't actually support HDR, Master Chief Collection, because it's an old title before the Xbox Series S and X. PS5, because it has a HDR homepage, HDR setting menu, and then obviously all of the games are HDR or have some form of conversion on there, it seemed to work much better, and it looked unreal on the actual PS5, the mini LED technology. It actually made me see how much brighter the panels were, because I play a lot on this huge telly here that's OLED. Going onto that mini LED during daylight hours was way better than anything I've sort of used in the past. Once we'd figured out that the TV was being too smart for its own good and it was switching between HDR, SDR when it wasn't really required, we finally got the Xbox working very well. I did disable Dolby Vision Gaming. This is a supported feature on the mini LED. In fact, all of the output modes on the Xbox Series X are actually supported. Reason for disabling Dolby Vision Gaming, I just don't really like it. Does it add more input latency? Maybe, but I just don't like how warm it makes the overall image. It's trying to make it more like a filmmaker mode, so it's as accurate as possible to what the game devs intended, but I don't really want a cinematic experience when I'm sliding around in Call of Duty. I want that to be as bright and as clear as possible, all of the shadows, and not have this warm filter almost over the image. Thankfully, you can customize the Panasonic TV to look exactly how you want. In fact, it's probably one of the best tellies I have actually tested with the vast amount of options that you can choose from. I spent ages dialing this in and got the exact look that I wanted inside of Forza Horizon 5, for example, to a point where the shadows on the car was super clean, and then we had beautiful boost in the saturation of the colors. The only setting that I did have issues with were the eco modes. Most tellies out the box now come in eco brightness mode to save the environment, but this does also mean the panel looks awful straight out of the box because it's not running at its maximum brightness. It's running at like 30% of what it's capable of. After spending way too long trying to find how to disable this, eventually I got there and it looked unbelievable. Once we got that turned off, the panel just came alive. And I finally was seeing the advantages of a modern mini LED panel, even over the likes of OLED. Now, with the improved dimming zones and also Panasonic's hybrid tone mapping, the black level gap is narrowed so much compared to OLED in this year's model. After fine-tuning the picture profiles with a bit of the shadows and also the contrast, I managed to get the black level performance to look awesome. And if you do want to make it even more color accurate, it is Kalman ready, so you can sync this up super easy and get it looking perfect straight out of the box. In the back of the W95B, there is a 20-watt subwoofer in the back of the TV. It removes the need for needing a soundbar, and especially when we switched the preset into music mode, this just boosted the bass massively and made the overall experience much more cinematic, and it was awesome for all types of formats, movies and also gaming. We had an unbelievable time playing Forza Horizon 5 with this subwoofer, absolutely cranked. It's very rare that something like this is built into a TV. They do also support Dolby Atmos, and they create this dynamic theater surround sound. Inside, there's also the upgraded HCX Pro AI processor Mark II, the exact same one that's found inside of the OLED flagship series, and it uses the incredible upscaling technology from past generation TVs, which is by far some of the best in the marketplace. If you have lower quality or older format content, the Panasonic TVs can upscale this to make it look much better in terms of resolution and overall image fidelity. This TV offers everything from hardcore gaming at 4K 144Hz with AMD FreeSync premium support, all the way to casual everyday TV consumption, with incredible brightness performance in daytime and contrast levels for watching Netflix and Hollywood movies. Mini LED is a great alternative to OLED, especially if you want a larger panel. 65-inch, 75-inch, 85-inch, you're going to save thousands and thousands of pounds. But with this being the latest TV, obviously it has the flagship price, and you can actually pick up last year's W95A for like almost £300 cheaper. And it is essentially, to the average consumer, the exact same TV. If you put these side by side, people will probably struggle to really tell the difference. Yes, it is brighter than new model, it's got better performance, but is it £400 better, £300 better if you can get yourself a sale deal? I don't really know. All the payment plan informations and the different stores are linked down below in the description where you can get yourself the best deal on the W95B. Plus, you can also save up to 10% on the official Panasonic store by signing up to the email. So if you literally use my link below, it takes you to the checkout page, type in your email for the newsletter, save yourself 10%, baby. Which is a bloody good deal. If you want to check out my full review of Panasonic's OLED TV range, you should check out this video next. Subscribe to the channel because if you like this, you'll like that.